These animal story videos are absolutely blowing up all over social media. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, take a look at these channels that are winning the YouTube game with some incredible numbers. This first one has only posted 23 videos, but has somehow raked in close to 1 million subscribers with over 200 million views. But if you think these numbers are crazy, you won't believe this second channel that's also posted 26 videos, but already gained 2.5 million subscribers with a jaw-dropping 460 billion views. What's crazy is that they're not the only ones absolutely killing it in this niche. There's another channel that's just a little over a month old, and it already has 36,000 subscribers from only 10 videos. But these are just a few of the channels blowing up right now. Others like this one are telling such captivating stories that viewers just can't get enough of their videos. The best part is that these videos are surprisingly easy to make with just a few AI tools. You don't need to show your face or even add a voiceover. All you need is your computer, a few AI tools, the willingness to start your YouTube journey, and the patience to follow the entire process I'm going to be outlining in this video. Yes, it's that simple. But if you're worried about this style of content not being monetizable, simply head over to the Chrome web store and search for NextLev extension. Make sure it's installed and head back to the channel page. If you want further proof of monetization, you can add this other extension. As you can see, each of these channels, including the one that's less than 2 months old, is fully monetized. So you can scratch that excuse off your list of reasons not to start your YouTube channel right now. And for anyone who still thinks shorts don't pay much, it's time to rethink that. Even if we go with the lowest estimates from Social Blade, the first channel is making this much per month. The second one could be pulling in upwards of $19,000, and the third channel could be making more than $1,200. That's from a channel that was launched just this January. But if you're thinking of copying the exact same thing these guys are doing, then this niche might not be for you. At best, you're simply going to end up a worse version of their channel. No need to worry though, because I'm going to carry you through the entire process of creating your own unique videos that will absolutely make you stand out from the competition. We'll cover everything from finding the right character that you can use to brand your channel to generating compelling ideas for your videos. Then I'll take you through creating some badass images for your story and animating those images. Finally, we'll go ahead and put everything together using CapCut. Just a heads up, I've put every single prompt I use in this video inside a Google Doc, which you can find in the prompts channel of my Discord server. The link is in the description and on my channel page. Oh, and if you find this helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and maybe drop a nice comment. And just so you know this isn't some BS, check out this video I made using the exact same process I'm about to show you. Alright, let's get started. The first thing you need to do in this niche is find the right character for your channel. But you might be wondering why you need to go through all that trouble. After all, you could just use the same rabbit or duck characters these other channels are using. The truth is that there's nothing stopping you from doing so. But if you really want to stand out from the competition, then you need to create your own unique character. That doesn't mean just picking some random design and calling it a day. You need to put some thought into this because this character is going to become the face of your channel, the thing people recognize and remember you by. So make sure you pick something cute. No need to overthink this though, as I've created the perfect prompt for this step. Simply head over to the Google Doc file I mentioned earlier and look for this animal prompt. Once you find it, copy the entire thing and paste it into your preferred text generator. Now normally we'd use ChatGPT for this, but we're going to use something different for this video. I'm sure you've heard of this AI tool called DeepSeek. If you don't know what it is, it's just like ChatGPT, except unlike ChatGPT, DeepSeek is completely free. Well, for now at least. And the best part is that it produces content that's on par with the paid version of ChatGPT. So if you're on a budget and you want something free without compromising on quality, DeepSeek is a great option. Simply head over to their page and paste the prompt you copied inside this text area. It's simply asking the AI to provide at least 10 baby animal suggestions for the channel. The animals should be cute, maybe with big eyes, soft fur, and most importantly, easily recognizable to most people. Feel free to tweak it as much as you want, but once you're done, go ahead and hit enter. As you can see, DeepSeek has generated some pretty cool ideas for the animals. We have a baby seal, koala, fox, penguin, red panda, and even a hedgehog. If you don't like these results, you can go ahead and regenerate them. But I'll be choosing the baby red panda, mostly because pandas are cute and other channels are more likely to choose the traditional black and white panda. But once you've decided on the animal you want to use, the next step is to create your SEO-optimized channel. If you already know how to do this, you can use the timestamp to move on to the next section. But to make sure anyone who's new to channel creation and branding has everything they need to succeed in this niche, I'll be going through the full process again. The first thing you need to do is go to YouTube and click on your profile picture. Now go over here and select Switch Account. Next, you need to click View All Channels, and you'll be presented with this interface, where you'll see every channel that's associated with that email. You want to create a new channel, so select this option, and you'll be taken to another page where you can put in your channel name and handle. Coming up with a channel name for this niche shouldn't be too difficult, so feel free to brainstorm something creative. But if you want more options to choose from, head over to the same Google Doc we used earlier and look for this channel name prompt. Copy the prompt and head back to DeepSeek. Go ahead and paste the prompt into the text area, then make a few quick changes. First, replace this with the number of channel name suggestions you want. For this demo, I'll go with 10, but you can always regenerate for more options. Next, swap out this with the name of your chosen animal. In this case, we're using a red panda. And finally, pick the name you want included in your channel. I don't want the full red panda in the name, so let's just go with panda. You can make any additional changes to the prompt, but once you're all right with it, go ahead and hit enter. As you can see, DeepSeek has generated some pretty interesting names for the channel. If you don't like any of these suggestions, simply hit regenerate for a new batch. Once you've decided on the name you want for your channel, head over to YouTube and paste the channel name. Next, you need to add a description for the channel. So go back to the Google Doc and look for this channel description prompt. Select the full prompt and copy it. Go back to DeepSeek and paste it inside the text area. You need to make 2 small changes here as well. First, you need to replace this with your chosen channel name. And finally, replace this text with the name of your character, in this case the red panda. Hit enter and DeepSeek will create a short channel description for you. This doesn't look bad, so you can copy and paste it as the channel description for your new channel. Now that the channel description is done, you need to include tags to improve the channel SEO. If you don't know what that is, it stands for Search Engine Optimization. This step is very important, especially for a new channel, as it'll help YouTube to identify your audience quicker. So pick keywords like the name of your channel, Animal Quest, Animal Adventures, and any other keywords that are relevant to this niche. Don't forget to also include the category that your channel falls under. Depending on the style of content you want to create, you could choose something like entertainment, film and animation, or even pets and animals. Now that the channel SEO is complete, the next step is to brand your channel. At this point, you already know the character you'll be using, so this process is going to be quite simple. Head over to the Google Doc and copy this logo prompt. Now paste it inside DeepSeek and choose the number of prompts you want to generate, in this case, 10. You also need to add the name of the character you're using for the channel. Once everything looks all right, go ahead and hit enter to generate your prompts. As you can see, DeepSeek has generated 10 unique image prompts that you can test. So choose one and head over to your preferred image generator. I personally prefer ideogram for logos, so I'll head over there and paste the prompt. Choose this square aspect ratio and click Generate. It may take a couple of minutes, but check this one out. I think this is perfect for our channel, so let's move on to the banner. You don't need anything complicated for the banner, as you can see from these 2 channels. So copy this prompt from the Google Doc and paste it inside DeepSeek. Specify the number of prompts you want to create and add the name of the channel as well. Now hit enter and DeepSeek will give you 10 unique banner prompts. Head back to ideogram and paste the first prompt. This time around, you need to choose 16:9 aspect ratio before you generate your banner. These images look great, but you can still regenerate it a few more times till you arrive on something that fits your style. Next, open your preferred image editor, something like Canva or Photoshop. If you don't have those, Photopea works just as well. Upload your downloaded banner and use the clone tool to remove the text at the bottom of the image. All you have to do is to hold Alt for Windows or Option on Mac while you click this part of the image where the text isn't showing. Now release the key and click over the texts to cover them all. The last step is to select the text tool and use it to draw a text box right here. Then, type in your channel name and pick a font that matches your style. If you want to make the text pop, you can add a stroke effect and adjust the positioning until it looks just right. Once everything is set, export the banner as a PNG or JPEG image. And just like that, your channel branding is done. Now, it's time to move on to the fun part, generating content. Coming up with topics for this niche is quite easy, so feel free to be creative with it. You can even take a look at other videos in the niche for ideas. You don't have to copy them exactly, but they're a great way to spark new ideas. But if you need a bit of help, AI can step in. First, you need to head over to the Google Doc and look for this topic prompt. Then, copy the entire prompt and head back to DeepSeek. Paste it inside this text area and scroll up to the start. As you can see, this prompt has been structured to fit the typical pattern most of these stories follow. Feel free to make any changes you want to the overall structure, but the most important step here is to change this to the number of topics you want the AI to generate. Then replace this part with the name of your chosen animal, in this case, the red panda. Lastly, go to this rescue section and change this to your chosen animal again. Once everything looks good, go ahead and hit enter to generate your topics. As you can see, DeepSeek has generated 10 unique story ideas and also structured them appropriately. So go through them and choose the topic you want to focus on for your video. Now that you have your topic, you need to expand on the script a bit more. So, copy this prompt from the Google Doc and paste it inside DeepSeek. Then go back to the topics that DeepSeek generated earlier and copy the one you want to use for your story. Now, return to the prompt and replace this part with the topic you selected. Hit enter and DeepSeek will break the story down into individual scenes for you. You can go through the scenes and see if there's something you want to change in the story. But once everything looks all right, you need to generate some badass image prompts for the story. So copy this prompt from the Google Doc and paste it inside DeepSeek. You don't need to make any changes to this prompt. Simply hit enter and DeepSeek will generate 3 image prompts for each scene in your story. The prompts are pretty solid, so the next step is to generate the images for your story. You can use your preferred image generator for this process. But if you're on a budget and want something free, PicLumen and Leonardo AI are 2 great options. I'll quickly demonstrate how you can use both of these tools to create images for your story. But first, you need to copy this prompt from your story. Then head over to Leonardo AI and hit this button. Go to the preset section and choose this Phoenix model. Close the pop-up and make sure the image style is set to dynamic. You can test out any of the other options, but this works perfectly based on the extensive test I did for these images. You also need to choose the image dimension. So hit more and choose this 9:16 TikTok aspect ratio. Close the pop-up and paste your copied prompt inside this text area. Now hit generate and wait for your image to be ready. In case you receive a warning like this one, simply remove or change words like these and try again. It doesn't take too long for your images to be ready, but check out the results. These images look perfect for the story, but if you want other options, you can try regenerating them. Keep in mind that you only get 150 free daily credits, and each of these generations costs 24 credits. So make sure you only regenerate any images if it's absolutely necessary. You don't need to worry much about consistent characters, as the animals and scenes look pretty similar, even when using another account. Now let's try creating this same image with PicLumen. Unlike Leonardo AI, which isn't completely free, you can use PicLumen free of charge. So paste the prompt and select your preferred model. Feel free to test out any of these models, but this one works perfectly for this style of image. Next, you need to choose 9:16 aspect ratio for short-form content, and also select the number of images you want to generate. As you can see, free users can only generate 2 images maximum at a time, so I'll select that and proceed with the generation. It can take about a minute sometimes if you're on the free plan, but it's worth the wait considering you're getting everything for free. Take a look at the result. These images look pretty cool, so feel free to generate a few more and see how they look. I'll quickly modify this prompt to bring in the Freightliner heading towards the turtle. You don't need to change the setting so long as it's still the same scene. Simply make changes to the characters in that scene, actions, and maybe their emotions. Hit generate once you're done and check out the results. These images aren't bad, but the vehicle seems to be heading away from the turtle in most of the images. I'll make some slight changes to the characters and regenerate again. Now, these look considerably better for the story. Let's try this same prompt with PicLumen and see how it's going to look. As you can see, the result looks equally impressive, so feel free to use whichever one of these tools that you like for this niche. To save time, I'm going to skip the rest of the image generations and simply show you the results. Take a look at some of these images. You can always go back and make changes to the prompts if you don't like any of the results, but these look great, so I'll be using them for this story. Now that the images are ready, the next step is to convert them to video. You can use your preferred image generator for this step, but I think Minimax is great for this style of video. Free users receive 100 credits daily, which translates to around 3 videos. I know that's not much, so I recommend grabbing one of their moderately priced paid packages. To create your videos, simply hit this button and you'll be taken to this page where you can choose the style of video you want to create. You can choose between text to video and image to video. Go ahead and choose image to video and upload your image. It doesn't take long to upload, so once it's done, type in a simple prompt to describe the image or simply paste in the same prompt that you used to generate the image in the first place. You don't need to change the model, but you can increase the quantity of videos per generation. Keep in mind that increasing the quantity also increases the cost per generation, so maybe leave it at 1 and proceed with the generation. You can run 3 processes at a time, so upload the next 2 images and repeat this same process for each of them. It may take a while for your videos to be ready, but the results are worth the wait, as you can see from this video. See how detailed the truck scene is. This one of the injured turtle also looks very convincing. So once you're done with the video generation, the final step is to put everything together using CapCut. The first thing you need to do is grab all your videos and drop them inside CapCut. Now you need to arrange your video clips on the timeline in the right order. Feel free to shorten some of the clips if they're longer than that scene should be. But once everything is in place, you need to head over to transitions and grab something simple. No need to choose something excessive for this niche. Any one of these 3 transitions would be perfect, but the channels we're modeling use the black fade transition for most of their stories. So grab that one and drop it between the first 2 clips. You can add any of the other 2 transitions to the remainder of the clip, but just one type works perfectly. So select the transition you just added and apply it to the remainder of your video. I want the black fade transition to last a bit longer at this point where the accident occurs, so I'll stretch it to increase the duration. The next step is to add a filter, so look through the available ones and select something that will fit the vibe of the video. Feel free to test the available ones till you find the one that works for you. The clear filter works perfectly, so I'll drop that one inside the timeline and drag it to cover the rest of the video. Next, you need to add some sound effects to really bring the video to life. Getting this step wrong can ruin your video. Since these videos have no voiceover narration, you need to ensure viewers stay engaged through sound effects. The good news is that they're easy to get. You simply need to go to Audio and Sound Effects. Search for the effect you want to add to any particular section and hit Enter. CapCut will present you with a bunch of these, but if you don't find the one you want, check out Pixabay. All you have to do is select this option and search for the sound you need. In this case, let's look for the sound of a moving freightliner or truck. Do the same for any other effects you want and import them into CapCut. Now add a fitting soundtrack for each section of the video. If a sound effect needs to be repeated, like in the case of this truck horn, you can simply duplicate the track. I'll add something dramatic for the accident scene, then bring in some animal noises for this clip to make it feel more immersive. To sync the red panda's footsteps with the sound effect, you'll need to split the audio file based on the bars here. Each bar represents a footstep, so just cut them and position each one right when the foot is about to touch the ground. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference in keeping the video immersive. Repeat this process for all your sound effects, and once you're done, consider adding a fade in and out to some of them. It's not a must, but I personally think it helps smooth out transitions between scenes. The last step before the video is ready for export is to add the background music. You can find something from YouTube's audio library or simply grab one from Pixabay. No need for some fancy music. Any lo-fi style music should work perfectly for your video. So search for something like a soft piano track and download whichever one you prefer. Then head back to CapCut and add it to the timeline. You can place it at the beginning of your clip, but I think it blends in better with the story when placed after the first 2 clips. It may not be the same for every other story, so keep that in mind. You don't need to decrease the volume of the background music as there's no voiceover, so simply trim the excess part and head over to export. Feel free to choose your preferred resolution, but 1080p or 2K resolution works perfectly for short-form content. Hit export, and your video is done. Now this niche is pretty cool and trending right now, but maybe you want to check out other trending niches before you choose one for your channel. Then these 2 niches may be perfect for you.